What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another great edition of No Love Philly, the podcast dedicated to artists, activists, musicians, comedians, performers, breweries, basically anybody who makes the city of Philadelphia and surrounding areas as awesome as it is. This time around, we head out to West Philly and we catch up with Mr. Molly Cobain. He's a really funny guy, man, doing a lot of funny things. Recently, just got to hang out with Michael Trapson and Tyrone. He's doing a lot of shows. He's blowing up on Instagram. We talked about him being in and out of jail, the inspiration behind his characters, haters. He's got lots of haters, and how he wants to do work more on his live comedy. We talk about his team. We meet the dude from Ground Up Entertainment. And yeah, man, it was an awesome interview. I really enjoyed getting to hang out and speak with him. You want to make sure that you follow the Cobain Report on Instagram and Facebook. If you don't, I guarantee you Molly's gonna find your phone, he's gonna steal it, and he's gonna make sure you like that shit. He's got a show coming up June 11th, the Master of Ceremony concert Part 1. That's going to be at the Parkside Banquet Hall, 4942 Parkside Avenue. It starts at 2 p.m. You can hit up on Instagram or on Facebook and get tickets. They're only $10. All in all, man, it was an awesome dude. I really, I said it in the interview. I really respect his hustle. I think what he's doing, and I just love the fact that he hasn't stopped, man. He's willing to risk it all and put it all on the line to make sure that this comedy thing works out. And he's killing it, man. I mean, he really is. He's a funny dude. He's a down-to-earth dude. He told a badass, crazy-ass Philly story after we interviewed him, and I tried to get it down. I tried to film it, and it didn't happen. I'm hoping that we get to hang out with him again. I'm hoping that we get to meet some more of his crew. I'm hoping to interview from the Ground Up Entertainment pretty soon because that dude's an interesting guy as well. He's a musician. He's a performer. He's got his clothing line. He's doing it all, man. He's really helping people out there in West Philadelphia, helping them get their name out. And yeah, man, it was just awesome to be able to sit there on 60th Street and talk with this dude, man. He was a really interesting cat. He's got an awesome story. You all know that I'm a huge fan of stories. Make sure to like us on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. Check out our Patreon. But most importantly, man, try to go out and support this dude on June 11th as part of this festival. Tickets are only $10, man. There's going to be a lot of people there. It's going to be an awesome show. And I'm not going to say any more. We're just going to go ahead and get right into it, man. Shout out to Ross Josh from the Ground Up. He's doing big things. I can't wait to interview him next. Like I said, man, make sure to like us on Facebook, Instagram. Make sure to check this dude out on the 11th. It's going to be awesome. And here we go.
Baby.
All right, man, it's on. Hey, so these are my favorite, man. When I actually get to come out into the street like this, there's no studio, there's no nothing. We out here really just chilling on the stoop. Right. This is it. This is what Philly is.
This is what it's about.
So first of all, I want to thank you for bringing me out, inviting me to your spot. Right.
No doubt.
To do this interview, man. The first thing I want to say is I'm a big fan, but I'm a big fan of your hustle.
Right.
And one of my first questions to you is that when did you start developing these characters? Well, you know what? First, my bad. I fucked up. Why don't you say who you are and what it is the fuck you do?
All right, my bad. I'm Molly Cobain. I'm the new funny gang general from the Ground Up Soldier, and I do comedy from Philadelphia.
Man, and you're killing it too.
Yes,
you're killing it, by the way.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so you. I mean, you're blowing up on Instagram. You're doing a lot of different things there. You got a whole bunch. You do all kinds of skits. You do all kinds of characters.
Right.
Where did these? In fact, I'm gonna film this part right here.
Okay.
But I want to know where did these characters come from? How did they get developed? Where did Uncle Slappy come from? Yeah,
Uncle Quick Slap. Uncle Quick Slap Jones came from. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of uncles that's been in the neighborhood that people grew up with. I actually have an uncle that's like Uncle Quick Slap that I never even got a chance to meet. My mom told me his story. So from there, I just took every personality or what an uncle would be in the hood and just put it together. And it came out as a pimp with cameo clothes on and tights and stuff.
Yo, so where'd you get the idea for the dress up, the get up, all that? Where'd that come from?
To be quite honest with you, one day I just was like, I was at my mom's house, and she was throwing away a pair of boots, and these boots was knee-high boots. So I was like, damn, that'd go good for a pimp. And then from there, the boots came. Then the belt I already had. The belt was actually for a standoff, like competition for comedics, but nobody never answered the call. So I just, used the belt as, a gimmick or, what's the word I'm looking for? A piece of
A prop.
a prop. Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. A prop. And then the wig came, and voila.
Damn, bro. And so, all right. So I got that part. So then check this out. So, all right, you're telling me that you got that belt from a comedy competition that nobody entered? Is that what I understood that?
No. A friend of mine named Tommy Turner. He's a comedian too. He's a stand-up comedian who was, he's actually on his way down. But he was quite happy for me to be a comedian. So he won it 11 weeks in a row. Nobody could beat him. One person beat him. It was because he had crowd control. But after that one person won, didn't nobody else come back out. So somehow he got the belt back. And when they was trying to make the belt prestigious again, they was like, well, what better way to introduce this belt back with the new comedians in the city? And since I was his underling, he said, here you go.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
So you were basically past the torch.
Yeah, I was
That's exactly
blessed.
what happened.
Yeah, I was
So
blessed.
what are you learning? I mean, that's dope to get hooked up by a mentor like that, right? To be
right.
like, let me show you the rope. I mean, you're learning crowd control. You know
Right.
what I mean? It's not. So what was the most valuable thing that you think you got from that type of mentorship?
Well, right now he still works with me very closely. He's like very hands-on. The thing that I get out of him is longevity, patience, and just knowing how to move in the game. You got to move a certain way. Even in comedy, like I thought comedy was all peaches and cream because everybody laughing all day, but it really ain't. It's actually worse than any other thing you want to do in the industry: dance, act, sing, rap, whatever. It's just as cutthroat, maybe worse.
So you put up a poll recently about which do they like the characters better or do they like Molly doing stand up?
Right.
What was the consensus? Because it seemed like to be a healthy mix,
Right.
all around. But what did you take from it?
A lot of people feedback. So my manager, he was like, I bet you if you put a poll up, everybody would love Uncle Quickslap more than they love Molly Cobain. His thing is, and a couple other people is, what does Molly Cobain bring to the table? And I think I bring a lot to the table. It's for you. It's for me to package it, and for you just to open it and read it, and digest what you want.
How many characters do you have right now?
Currently I have about 6.
All right, who are they? What?
You got Uncle Quickslap, Uncle Terrence. That they brothers.
The old dude, right?
Right.
I got you.
Right. You got Gap Strap. That's a rapper.
All right.
He doesn't talk about nothing.
Go ahead. Keep going. Keep going.
I got Brad Malarkey. Tone just came home. And I'm working on a new character, but
I swear to God, the 46 is just passing by.
right. Yes, God. It always does that when important stuff goes down, y'all.
So then go ahead.
But I got Tone that just came home. That's like a person that just always come home from jail.
Yeah, always.
Everybody got that one friend. He always in jail. Like that's his new address.
Right.
So, but I was told by one of the legends of Philadelphia, actually the legend of characters. He told me personally. He said, Molly Cobain, I think you should drop all your characters, keep one, and make sure you get Molly Cobain hot first. I said, that makes a lot of sense. Only because when you hear Martin, he made Shanae, he made Jerome, he made all of those characters that, you know what I'm saying? But Martin Lawrence, you don't mind going to go see Martin Lawrence. You didn't just go to see Jerome. You went to go see Martin. So, so his name's Tommy Too Smooth, by the way. And that bit of information right there was like, okay, I think I might still try to juggle, but I don't know.
Man.
I don't know.
Man, so here's the kicker for me, and I think this is where I probably became a huge fan of you because, like I said, I admire your hustle. Like for real, I do. And one of the things that I noticed is that you quit your job, you quit doing everything. You said, "This is what I'm gonna do," and that's it. That takes some balls, bro. That's not like that's not like a nothing.
Right. I had a conversation with a friend of mine named Cole. Call him Coley Cheese. Shout out to Coley Cheese and Revel Records. He gave me a nice little conversation in the beginning of my career. He said, if you're not ready to, give it up, because this guy that told me this information, he went to Georgetown for law. I think he was gonna be a lawyer or something like that, and he gave it all up to be an entertainer. He was like, it's been nights I ain't been able to eat. It's been nights where I ain't sleep, all types of stuff. He's like, all for the love of this game. He's like, if you're not ready to do that, then don't do it. So I looked at Dollar Tree, and I looked at the what ifs. I said, fuck it.
Man, so that was the point right there where you decided I'm not gonna do this. All I'm gonna do is focus on this. Was that the turning point, or
the conversation? Yes, it got me to thinking. It wasn't a turning point. I still had to make some money, but I think like a month or two in, I was just at work one day, and I was like, it's something better than this. It gotta be, and I just said, fuck them, and just kept it punching. And this last year, although not financially lucrative, it has been lucrative exposure-wise.
So I'm gonna say that and it's been a year, right?
Right.
So let's just map this out real quick for people listening.
Uh-huh.
In a year, you had a conversation, you quit a job, you decided to pursue this full time, you start working with mentors, right? And then, fucking A, you land at the Laugh House. Is that what happened?
My first ever gig was at the Laugh House. It was the worst performance of my life, I think. But Mr. Ryan Millwood, he seen something in me, and I told him that I'd be back. I said, this not the last time you're gonna see me, and it's not gonna be under these circumstances. He said, all right, and that's all he said. 8 months later, he gave me a call, Mr. Cobain. I see you doing your thing. I see you, boom, boom. I said, yeah. He said, come on down to the Laugh House. I got an opportunity for you. And now I'm back at the Laugh House.
Damn, bro! Congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
I mean, really, because like I say, it's a journey, and from then, and I saw too. I feel like we didn't start. I looked it up. I wanted to make sure, but I started I had my idea to do this in June of last year.
Right.
All right.
Right.
And then I sat on it. I made the Facebook page. I wasn't sure what I'm gonna do or what's gonna happen.
Right.
And then in November, I did my first interview. I don't know. You ever out there are you ever out in Old City at all ever?
Yeah, I'm always down South Street at his and hers.
All right, so there's a there's a dude out there. His name is David Puryear, and he plays a saxophone.
Okay.
You know who that dude is? Have you ever seen him around? He's at Fourth and Market. He's always playing saxophone. So I hit him up, and I did my first one. I was like, all right, I got get back into it, and then did a second one. But then I noticed, me and you on social media kind of started around that same era in 2016,
right?
And I had the same amount of followers, and then I was sitting back like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And you just kept fucking going. You were like, you just kept, you didn't stop. You kept doing it, and boom, you just started getting these followers, clicking left, right, boom, building up that fan base on Insta, on Facebook, and you just started making that shit happen, and it seems to be just growing organically for you.
All of it, yeah. My man, that's funny you said that. My man Time, he said, shout out to Anton at Advanced Team Management. But he said everything that you getting, everything that you doing is not really, you ain't really saying nothing yet. I said, I know. I said the people just want to see it. They just want to see you be funny. That's what I kind of work on. It's people seeing me be funny versus actually saying something funny. Honestly, I haven't said nothing funny yet. I don't think, anyway. I really don't. I'm starting to get people to walk up on me and say, I see what you're doing. That's new. That's a new feeling, too. To be honest, I'm kind of naive to this whole situation. I try to be. I be very humble to it. That's all I can do. It's just fun. It's just a fun experience.
Damn, bro. And like I said, the sheer amount of content that you're putting out. Do you have so? I listen to other podcasts. I listen to other people. I listen to people that are saying This is how, if you want to, promote you got to really take it serious. You need to be posting like 7 times a day.
Right.
You know what I mean? On every social media site that there is.
Right.
Is there a goal that you start here? Cause every morning though, you like, what's up? Good morning, Facebook fan. Like every morning, it's like it's a part of your routine now.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. This is Raj Josh.
Yeah, I should hit him up early in the interview. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and
go by the name of Raj Josh. CEO from the Ground Up Entertainment. It's my artist Marley Cobain. I got my clothing line from the ground up. I'm a reggae dancehall / hip hop artist. You can follow me on Instagram, Raj Josh 215, and Facebook, Raj Josh Douglas.
So how did you start from the ground up?
Well, I started about 3 years ago, back in 2014. I started taking my music career serious or whatever, and I was part of a little clique by the name of OBH or whatever, and really got my exposure out there. So I was always doing my own thing, so I decided, do my own thing, make my own company, my own clothing line, and I came with the idea basically about a year ago, my friend of mine right here, Marley Cobain, came up to me and said he wanted to, start his comedian career and started, taking it real serious. So I said, let's get it. Let's go. This is it. We might as well, I'll back you with my movement, back with your movement. So we started the New Funny Gang, and I got from the ground up. So we just all won.
So let's talk about New Funny Gang real quick. How many people are in New Funny Gang?
Sheesh. You got Dom Jones, Swisher on the beat. He's my producer, cameraman, writer, whatever. He's everything. My number one angel, Turquoise. Latrice Frazier, which is also Stylisha. Gerald Tate, a.k.a. Snoop the Wiz Jackson. He looks like all 3 of them. Like, I'm serious. I can't write that down.
Oh, God. Snoop the Wiz Jackson.
Snoop the Wiz Jackson. Haven't been shown yet. That's my secret weapon.
By the way, man, these street names stick. Like, that's stuck with him now.
Snoop the Wiz Jackson.
Basically. Snoop the Wiz Jackson. He looks like Snoop. He looks like Wiz, and he can dance like Michael Jackson.
Oh, shit,
so that's why he
man.
calls Snoop the Wiz Jackson.
Oh, my God.
Oh yeah, and my man, last but not least, my man JL, John, his jackpot. That's the other character that you might see dressed up like Uncle Quick.
All right.
They got a whole storyline and everything behind what they doing, but for the most part, that's like the whole New Funny Gang. And then we got New Funny Gang kids.
So New Funny Gang, what's the goal with that? Like, what is that movement about?
Basically, New Funny Gang is a bunch of guys and women that have talent, that's driven by one person, and we just try to get our dreams out, whether it may be singing, dance hall reggae, drawing, acting, hip hop, whatever you do. We gonna attack it. We gonna attack the game with being funny, because a lot of people want to see that right now.
So are you guys helping each other book shows? Are you guys jumping on each other's shows, or how are you guys making that network move?
Basically, the rest of the ship. In this game, you need a lot of people to repost. So with their things that they're doing, they'll also repost me. I would say that me and him, out of all of us, is pretty much the ones that's taking it an extra step, besides my homie Swisher. Everybody else is more or less camera, let's get it off on these skits and things like that. That's why I got the idea of making a movie for these people.
So is that what's going to happen? You going to do a movie or what?
Yes. I think I might start writing for it in like 2 months. It's going to take about a year though to like write it out and things like that. But yeah, I'm definitely going to make a movie.
What in your mind? What are you thinking about doing? What's the premise? What's it about?
I want to say everyday hood life, but that's kind of Friday, Boys in the Hood. So I'm trying to stray away from
Philly
that.
Friday.
Sort of like that.
You can have that name, by the way. I'll let you.
I think I might take that, and I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate that. But yeah, something to that extent, like Friday or Don't Be a Menace to South Central or Drinking Your Juice in the Hood, things like that. Then I also was thinking about making like a Philly SNL.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, so I got a couple ideas.
Have you done Philly Cam at all? Have you gotten out there to look at? Because I just signed up for that myself. Philly Cam. So you pay $25 for a year or whatever, and then you can take different classes. The classes are kind of expensive, $75 or whatever. But if you get like a, so but you learn like Adobe Photoshop, you learn all these different types of things.
Right.
But then after you take the class, you can then check the equipment out.
Okay.
So you can check out a camera, you can check out whatever it is. So when you're looking at doing a movie or something like that, $75 to take a class and then to borrow a camera for a weekend, that ain't shit.
That ain't
as
shit at
opposed to spending $300, $400, $500 on a camera. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's a tip you might want to look at.
I'm definitely gonna look into that.
Yeah, man. I'll send you the link. I'll make sure you get hooked up with that too.
No doubt.
But so what have you been at all in touch with like some of the local comedian legends out here? And I don't mean Kevin Hart or
I'll be there soon.
but right, but like Buck Wild. Have you talked to Buck Wild at all?
I haven't talked to Buck Wild. I haven't talked to people like Keith from up the block. I haven't talked to none of those, not yet.
But they all watch it. I
I've
love that.
been
Yeah, that's
told.
right. That's what's up.
That's so I've been told. They're all watching. But I did, like I said, I did get to meet Tommy Too Smooth, Malcolm Hill.
Naffle, did you meet Instagram famous?
Oh yeah, not Phil. Yeah, Tyrone. Yeah, I'm Tyrone. Yes, Uncle Quick Slap actually met something very, very secretly. I can't really put it out because
That's
the
cool.
powers to be said don't put it out, but it's something coming up soon. With
Good for you, man. Congratulations on that.
Appreciate.
That's what's up, man. And you deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you putting in that work, you're making it happen, and that's good, man. So, are you looking at? I know that you've got the characters, and you're talking about developing Molly. You know what I mean? And trying to get that out. Are you hitting up any other clubs? Are you hitting up open mics? Are you hitting that?
Well, I'm up until now, I've been hitting open. Well, I haven't been hitting open mics. Recently I just hit up Ravens, and that's a hell of an open mic. That's more of a show. If you get in at the right time with the right people and all that, it's more of a show. So yeah, I've been quite a few places. It's an open mic on 2nd and Market that I can't remember the name of right now. Been about 3 open mics, but majority of the time it's been just showtime, and I just go.
Are you nervous at all in front of the crowds?
All the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You got any pre-stage rituals?
Not really. I talk to my mom. But that's about it. That I recently just started doing that. So,
bro, that was a devastating blow for you too. In that year that happened. Yeah. I'm really sorry for your loss, man.
Thank you. Not a problem at all.
And I love how you said, that she said don't. She said something to the effect of don't stop. You know what I mean?
Sure make sure they recognize you.
That's right.
And I'm not gonna stop until everybody recognizes me from here to Ethiopia. So I'm trying, man. It's gonna take one little state at a time, but I'm gonna get there.
Here's another thing. When we're talking about social media, and I remember now where I was going with it, but I remember you getting on a post one time and being like, man, this sucks. I'm trying to do something positive, and I got all these fucking haters out here shitting on you. Like, but for what? Like,
Part of the game.
That I had to learn that it's part of the game.
What's the criticism you're getting?
Whew. The quick slap thing with the wig and the tights, man. Today's age is the man is being
Reduced or whatever?
Yeah, reduced and all that crazy crap. To an extent, I feel the same way. But like many greats before me, everybody didn't have a wig on or play some role of a female. Now, although I'm not playing a female, and it took me just yesterday, I just shot a skit, and I was playing a grandma. And the only reason why I played that was because it was the person's skit. Like, they came up with the premise and all of that. So I was like, you know what? I'll do it. Ain't about nothing. Boom. Had it have been mine, it'd have been something different. But
you being a team player and for your own
day.
crew.
Yeah, all day.
I got you.
No, not even for my own crew. This was a feature.
All right.
Local guy that does the internet stuff. We ran into each other yesterday, had a quick conversation. Said, "What you doing?" Shout out to AJ Dollars, and you the bid. They both, I was talking to both of them. AJ Dollars was like, "What you doing?" I said, "I'm ready to go see my girl." He said, "You want to shoot a skit?" I said, "All right, say no more." And we just went to the market and shot a skit. So, which is currently up right now at the Cobain Report on Instagram.
Dope. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can't take fucking. I think the other thing too is that they're all badass dudes, right? That say, no, what you doing is wrong. But do they have the balls to actually put themselves out there like that and
That's
to
the
actually
problem.
do that? You know
That's
what I'm saying?
the problem.
Do they even have the balls to get up onto an open mic stage and be like, yo, this is what I am?
Right.
And do they have the balls to take it when they get booed the fuck off because whatever the fuck goes wrong, the set goes fuck, can they handle that like a man?
No.
You know what I mean?
It's to be quite honest with you, what was it? My last performance I bombed because I had so much on my mind and things like that. But that's not the scary part. Like getting booed. The scary part is actually making you laugh. In my mind, it's crazy because in my mind I already go up there like, damn, I might not even kill this John. So I'm just giving what I can give him, and it come out good. So, but the last one I just had so much on my mind that if you don't process it right, it ain't gonna come out right. But that's what people are scared of. They scared to get booed. They scared to go down to the TLA's Uncle Quick Slap on South Street or his or hers and things like that. So I don't blame him. I had to get over it first, but I don't blame him. It is what it is.
Were you nervous about doing that before the haters even came up? Were you like, man, how are people gonna perceive this? Or how did you? And how'd you get out of your head about that? That's what I want to know, because I think that's something that a lot of people need to understand that they can do and that they need to do, but they don't know how to do it. So how do you get out of your head? Did you face that? Were you worried about it before? And if so, how did you get out of your head about it?
Whew. I was a little nervous at first when I thought about the character. I was like, damn, how people gonna look at me. But I was giving people teasers. Like, I was just giving them, like, I just have on the boots and maybe just a belt with my shirt off, but no wig. So I was giving people teasers at a time. Like, last year when I first said I was gonna start doing the comedy, I actually put up a post of Uncle Quick Slap, and nobody that followed me could tell me when Uncle Quick Slap was actually really born. But it was last year, and I had on a gray wig and some and a fur. And the internet kind of blew up right there. This was on Instagram. It kind of blew up a little bit. So I was like, all right. So I kind of spoon-fed everybody Uncle Quick Slap. And the first thing I did was,
motherfucker, hold on. I got to get this. Because this is important. This is important.
But,
all right, so let me real quick. So you started off.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and say that part again. So you started off. You
basically was
you
giving
cooked the frog a little bit. You put it in there a little bit. Turn up the heat just a
gave
little
it
bit.
a little butter, a little oil. I simmered it a little bit, and then people was like, "Oh, Uncle Quick Slap, Molly, you crazy? What you talking about?" I'm like, "All right." But then when I did that first skit, I was out on the porch, and I was nervous as hell when I did that. But the way the people received it, it was like, "Oh, all right." It was more laughs than this dude got a wig on. He playing it, so he acting like every other dude. I just kept going with the flow. Then hence another skit came, and then the Valentine's Day skit came. So that's when Uncle Quick Slap established itself and was like, bam.
And then you got Uncle
Terrence.
Okay, so how was Uncle Terrence born?
Uncle Terrence is the pervert uncle that everybody got. But he not a pervert to the point where he'll rape you or nothing like that. No, he talk about your breasts, your ass, the fact that he can't have sex with you, but he wish he could have sex with you, Viagra. But also his thing is, he been around everyone back in those days, like the Martin Luther Kings, the Malcolm X's, and the Rosa Parks. So he got a story basically for every era or everything he done been through. So that's how basically I came up with that. It's funny, I was looking at a woman's titties. I said, those are some nice titties. And then from there, I just put a hat and some glasses on, and Uncle Terrence was born. Titty man. Titties, girl. Titties. So that's how Uncle Terrence was born. Gapstrap, that guy, you know why Gapstrap is. Like, the world should know why. He wasn't even just, like, he just came out of nowhere like the rest of these mumble rappers came out of nowhere. I was just playing around one day in my homie car, and I'm talking about literally just playing around, and I just started mumble rapping. Him and him, holding it down. Him and I put that up on Instagram. And everybody's like, yo, that's how they really be. And people started tagging people and sharing it and all types of stuff. So I'm like, oh, shit, okay. So then I came out with another Gapstrap video. That one was the one that kind of blew on Facebook. So I was like, damn, okay, this song really working. Then I did another one, and that last one on Instagram, they really loved that one. So that's how Gap Strap was born. Everybody else, my other characters, is kind of thoughts. I can talk to you about them and who they are, but they really don't have a story yet. Well, Tone just came home. You already know his story, just like every other person's story. But yeah, everybody else really don't have a story yet. And I don't even know, like I said, with the Tommy Too Smooth conversation, don't know if they're going to stick around because I do want to tighten up myself. I do want to make sure Uncle Quickslap is the tightest since everybody love him the most. Gap Strap is easy, that's why I'm going to keep him around. And Uncle Terrence, that's another one that I might keep around because the people love him too. Yeah.
Man, so another thing that and correct me if I'm wrong, but you did a rap video, didn't you? You put out a
Yes.
that joint was fire.
Thank you.
So what? So I didn't. I was thrown off by it. I was like, I thought he was a comedian, and then you hit me with that, and I was like, what's going on here?
I had that one in the tuck. No, well, my guy right here, he's firing on what he do as far as the music. So him just being around me, it inspires me all day. But I used to be a rapper before the comedy. Too bad anybody give a shit because they couldn't take me serious because I was always laughing and joking. So, plus at that time when I was doing it, I really didn't care for it. Everything that you get as a rapper, me and him was just talking about this earlier. Everything that we was trying to get as a rapper, we basically had it being youngins. Like, we had all the girls in the hood. We was getting some money. We was prestigious. So everything that a rapper had, we had it. So it was just like we just rapping because we better than y'all. Yeah, right. And we doing it for fun. We better than y'all and whatever. So rap kind of, fizzled out. And then I started getting arrested and things like that. But I always worked on my craft as far as rap. So that's how that came out.
So let me ask you this: getting arrested, getting all that shit. Have you caught any Fs? You got a felony or anything like that? Okay, all right. So with that being said, did that kind of force you into this corner to be like, I gotta fucking do something, right? And I gotta use my talents or what I got. Did it put you in any type of corner, any situation, or make you think something like, I gotta do something?
Yes, it did. I've been locked up 6 out of 8 years, like just going in and out on some Tone that just came home type stuff. And
so you know him real well.
I really know Tone that just came home. Shout out to Tone. But yeah, the last time that I was incarcerated, that was the roughest one. Like, and the funny part about that, I had everything I could possibly want. I had a good woman riding with me. My mom was, she was still there doing her thing. Everything was love. I had money on my books. Everything that a person that's locked up to be comfortable could ask for, I had it. But it was the worst because I was just thinking like, damn, I was just out there working, doing what I was doing on the side or whatever would put me in the position that I was at. And I was like, damn, I could have just not did that and just stayed working and been cool. But sometimes you gotta learn a lesson in life. And like I said, this time it was like wringing a rag out. Like every day I spent in there. It was only 18 months, but oh my God, that was the longest grueling 18 months I ever spent.
Fuck only.
Yeah, how about that?
Months.
You only start talking only when you're doing a lot of time in and out and stuff like that. It's bad because you're getting used to it. So not only 18 months, but
whew, man. Well, dude, I gotta tell you, man, I think you're fucking killing it. I really do hope that you just keep doing what it is that you're doing. Don't stop. Don't listen to haters. You're doing everything the right way, Molly. I want to let you know that I see that every time you're posting something, every time you're doing it, just keep fucking making that content. Mm-hmm. Don't stop.
Right.
Keep living. Keep doing that. And if you stay on that, brother, I know. Like I feel it in my gut. You're gonna make it, man. You're gonna do it.
I feel actually good that I'm doing this. And see, interviews like this for me, right, is milestones. To be talking to you after a year and you starting stuff like that. Again, like you said, you probably had the same things. I definitely had the same things on my mind that you had on your mind. Like, damn, should I make a fan page? Would I look like being cocky? I never want to look cocky. Like, I hate that. Like, that's the one pet peeve of mine. I don't want to look that way.
Be
it's
humble.
Almost to, yeah. I be humble so much it's almost to a fault. Like, they be like, come on, you got to deny this shit and all that. I had a person tell me, like, I ain't putting my blood, sweat, and fucking tears behind modesty. You better step on their fucking backs. I was like, oh, shit. Yes, sir. Right away. So, I want to say congratulations to you also.
Oh man, thank you. I appreciate that.
And I see big things for you too.
I appreciate that very much.
The best thing for both of us, I would like to say, is that hitting the streets is where it's at. If they can feel like you touchable and reachable, that's what it's about. Like, I literally went downtown one time and I didn't have him with me. I had another person to hold the camera, and it was a mob of people. I was Uncle Quickslap. It was a mob of people. So much so to the point they started touching me and grabbing me and holding me and like wrestling with me. I'm talking about like really wrestling with me. I'm like, oh shit. Now my homie, he's scared. He like, damn, I don't, because he know me. So he like, damn, is he going to snap out of this Uncle Quickslap shit and just start punching on people? Or is he going to stay in character? I stayed in character the whole time. He couldn't believe that I stayed in character that whole time. So, I think, being touchable and reachable and people being able to talk to you, things like that, that's the best. Because when they see you on camera, right, you seem like a star. That comes with they scared to do what you want to do or do what you're doing. That's why we all need superheroes, right? We all need that one person where he's good, but as soon as something happens, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We all need him. We all need the villains. They all opinionated. Up and away until that one superhero come along so we can root that person on.
What you doing there, brother? Is there anything else that you want to add? Maybe somebody covered. You got a show coming up or something that you want to promote?
Oh man, June.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, June 11th, man, at the Parkside Banquet Hall, the Master of Ceremony concert. Doors will be open at 10. Show starts at 11. The tickets are $10. If you are interested in going, you can DM me at Molly Cobain on Facebook or at the Cobain Report on Instagram, or you can also DM my homie Raj Josh 215 on Instagram, and also Raj Josh Douglas on Facebook. So please come on out, show some love and support. It's gonna be a good show. We got Uncle Quickslap, he doing his thing. Raj Josh, he doing his thing. It's gonna be some heavy hitters in the city, the P&B Rocks and all those people. So come on out, man, for a good show.
Awesome, man. Thank you very much again, brother. I really appreciate you. All right.
Not a problem.
All right, man.